Hello, everybody. It is so great to be here on a Wednesday morning. I want to welcome an amazing powerhouse goddess to the stage. Yes, she is backstage. And I have the absolute honor to be able to interview her. And I saw one of her posts earlier just a couple of days ago talking about something that she does that I definitely am going to be asking her about. So her name is Veronica Ceban, sorry, and please correct me if I'm saying the last name wrong. She values the diversity in cultures, which I love and respect so much. She cherishes her unique contributions to the world. Veronica loves to implement her core values in her personal and in her professional life. To be holistic is everything. As a global visionary, she welcomes all cultures equally and encourages equally between women and men. She aims to be highly conscious and invest in personal development, leadership, networking, public speaking, public relationships, and events. Veronica values each entrepreneur's gifts and the opportunities she can create to collaborate with different organizations globally. She loves collaboration without competition because there's lots of business to go around if you understand the abundance that the universe has. Veronica believes in supporting hardworking leaders and respecting each other's values and well-deserved recognition. As a woman of high core values, Veronica embraces evolution as a dynamic factor for positive change. She created the elite global leadership community or club community to contribute to the world's revolutionary education. Veronica is always open to positive transformation, education, and growth, respecting the voice of each one of you. Together with her global team, she appreciates the grandiose idea and feedback from everyone at the same time. She encourages leaders to recognize their power and claim it back. As a motivational keynote speaker, multiple award winner featuring in various global magazines, professional business strategist, and personal development visionary, she motivates entrepreneurs to acknowledge their abilities. Veronica empowers entrepreneurs to empower themselves by celebrating their achievements and talents. Using the online platform she created with her team, she educates her community to increase the sense of self-worth and self-confidence of every community member. To connect to her elite community, I will be sharing the QR code so that you can sign up to that throughout the interview. So I'd like to welcome Veronica to the stage.
Thank you so much, and warm greetings from the Netherlands to all of you. It's a huge honor having me here on this stage.
Thank you so much. Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, it's correct.
Oh, good. I was looking at it and I was like, oh man, I hope I'm saying this right.
No, it's correct.
So a couple of days ago, I noticed that you did belly dancing.
Yeah, I have been so in this field for many years since my childhood time, since I am 13, even 13 years. I have had a wild passion so for belly dancing. And I think that my power is the fact that I always have been making money through my talents.
That is incredible. I love that so much. I actually started belly dancing when I was about 25. So
Wow.
I know when I saw that,
Congratulations.
that's why I thought it was really interesting because here I am in Vancouver, Canada, and I got into belly dancing. I saw a teacher who had come from Montreal, and she was on the newspaper, and she had this beautiful, like, sunshine yellow dress on. Like, it was just so bright. And she looked so amazing. And I just called her and was like, what are the details? I need to do this. And
Mhm.
it took until I was an adult to be able to afford to do extracurricular stuff because my parents couldn't afford it. But I was an adult at that point. I had the money. I called her. I took the class, and I've loved it ever since. And just as well as I do, how belly dancing supports you owning your body and
Mm.
feeling confident in your own body. It's such a beautiful form of dance created by women for women. And I mean, the benefits are so multifaceted, but I mean, it also supports in, preparing our bodies for childbirth and also in repairing our bodies after childbirth as well. So I don't know if you guys know this, but belly dancing wasn't originally created for men, even though they probably would like to think it's us putting on a show for them. It's actually a thing that women used to go into a tent and they would do with each other. It was a female power celebration. And that's one of the reasons why I was really stoked when I saw that you did that, because you very much are a strong woman. And that is, with that being in your background, it makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? That you were raised with this like strong feminine power within you, and you've been exercising that since you were very little. It's really beautiful.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. What I want also to say is that it was against my culture, beliefs, traditions as well. Because despite the fact that my mom is a doctor and my dad is an engineer in agriculture, they are extremely traditional and very addicted to the traditions. And I don't know for what reason my mom was like a bit negative, about dancing. But I'm a, let's say, a trendy, visionary. I am very modern, very open-minded. And even if she was not agree, with me, I said no, I will follow my passion. And I am extremely happy that I did it, because it put me on the spotlight. But it's not all about that. It unleashed all my full potential. It helped me to shine the way who I truly am, to unleash as well. So my feminine energy, and also the beauty of my soul and mind. And I think that this is the most amazing, when we can unleash our potential, our beautiful qualities, especially as a woman. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I am also beyond grateful that I have had the courage to do that, because I know that many women, they don't have the courage, like they feel intimidated or maybe ashamed somewhere. And me, no, I am also beyond happy that I am born so under the astrological sign of lion, because I never was feeling fear. I never was feeling fear. I was just embracing, like the opportunity and celebrating that. And I think that this is the most powerful what a woman can do, just embracing, the talent that you are witnessing, because that's powerful. That's exactly what is forming you, what is bringing you joy, to be yourself. And I want also to mention that belly dancing, it's an extremely powerful tool, which helps women to be in touch with yourself, with your mind, soul, and body, and to uncover as well, so your femininity, your sensitivity.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful dance form. I started with belly dancing and then got into studying Polynesian dance and Latin dance and flamenco and all sorts of different forms. And I became very focused on like dances that were created by cultures for a reason. You know what I mean? Because there's a story behind flamenco. There's a story behind Latin dancing and all of the different types of Latin dancing. There's a story behind belly dancing. There's a tribe. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember my belly dancer telling me about this years ago, where the women, when they were wanting to find a suitor, they would go up to the top of the hill on their village and they would belly dance. And there were so few women that the women had their pick of men. And they would go up to the top of the hill and they would dance. And the first guy to make it up to the top would get an opportunity with her. And I thought it was so beautiful that like these women were exercising their power and they knew that they had the power to choose. So they'd go up there and they would show off what they had and then let the boys, pant and run and climb and scrape to get up to them. And I'm like, that's so amazing.
This is extraordinary, especially when you do have a relationship, because it's something above average, and it can strengthen a lot the relationship between a man and a woman, or even empowering, and to become more close and giving more confidence. I think that that's my opinion, because I have this experience, this personal experience, and it's just amazing. It's mind blowing, literally.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful connecting with the stories that the dance tells, and the origins and where they come from. I think that's the thing that fascinates me. So where you're in the Netherlands, but where are you originally from?
Yes, I do live in the Netherlands for almost 20 years, but I am born in Soviet Union, the Republic of Moldova.
Okay.
I have been living there till my 23rd age. And since then, so I immigrated, and then I do live in the Netherlands. I have studied here, so, and I have built it up all my life and career in the Netherlands and around the world, obviously.
So what was it like growing up in Moldova? You said both of your parents were professionals, but they were traditional. What were the traditional ideologies of Moldova? It sounds like they were a little.
Oh, like, sorry, I will be like straightforward. I am calling this all so much bullshit. Yeah, it's nonsense.
I love it. I love it.
Because like those are limiting beliefs, certain patterns related also to their old-fashioned education and religion and go so on. I mean, I really do believe in the beyond power, that there is a power, even let's say about God. Yeah, I really do believe that. I do believe in miracles, but I am not agree with the rules that are created by people, by the humanity, and they are integrated into the religion. I mean, those are regulations, laws that, by the same way, who is created every single government around the world. Like it's a system which is integrated there, and it's leading the population. Okay, so this is the system, or this is the religion, and we are gonna brainwash, your mind, so that you're gonna live that way. And this is exactly what happened. Like every single nation has a culture, like in my country is the same, yeah. And but I am born the way how I am born, with a such mindset. And when I turned up 14 years, I said very clear to my mom, I will not live in this country. I said I will learn like about 10 foreign languages. That was my plan when I was only 9 years.
Wow.
Yes, like I had a very crystal clear um, list with design rest, and a whole plan for the rest of my life. That's the way how I was as a child. And I have made so a list with all my desires, and then I started to implement them from a very early age. I was only 14 years, and I started to learn so the Italian language. And I was always a rebel, so I was, wow, I was a crazy rebel.
That's incredible. And
All
they
my life, all my life. Therefore, so I always was fighting with my mom, always, continuously. If she was saying ABC, I was continuing to tell her all the rest of the alphabet.
That's so amazing. And so it wasn't a part of your culture to dance, like the belly dancing was nobody.
No, no, she was criticizing me all the time, but at the end, she should accept, because, like I said, like it's up to you to think what you think. Like that's your belief, but I do have my own opinion. Like I think that my powerful personality, I don't know, was a bit confronting her, all the time, all my life.
Yeah, you clearly were not. It's really beautiful though. Like if you think about the culture that you came from and the country that you came from, how did that help create who you are right now? Because you could have been born in a country where you weren't restricted at all, but you were born in a country that actually told you you couldn't do things and tried to bind and control you. So have you thought about how that's impacted you, like as to who you are now?
Yes, the to me it was very complicated, not even difficult, but really complicated. Do my way of thinking. I am born like this, and it was very difficult to me to live in a such country with a such mindset. And I was always fighting with my dad, with my mom. The as a child, they say, "Oh, like you, it's a shame, that you are such rebel and that you continuously have to say all the time something, But even if they were closing my mouth, I was all the time writing a letter, to them. That's me. Like, no matter what they were saying, I always have had my opinion, and I think this is very powerful, even if I was suffering, because with my way of thinking and way of being, obviously, it affected me. Somehow it damaged me also emotionally, and that's one of the reasons why I left the country. I didn't felt comfortable there. There were too many restrictions. um like, they don't have, or now it's changed a lot, like to 180 degrees, but at that time there were too many restrictions, like the free opinion, for example, like in the Netherlands, that you are free, to, yes, to express your opinion the way you want, or that your opinion matters, for example, a lot. And there are no too many restrictions, especially regarding the mindset, your behavior. Like, you should really pay attention at everything. Your outfit, that you were not allowed to wear too sexy clothes or too open or this kind of things, and everything based on the religion. Everything, like, so many limitings from all point of views. And therefore, so I said, no, like, I am dying here, I have to leave. But I educated my daughter on the same standards that I am having. And she's also very open-minded. She's really very, very open-minded, my daughter. And that she's 23.
Oh, so she's around the same age that you were when you left.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's an adult girl. Yes, a very powerful girl, even more powerful than I was.
Yeah, because she didn't have the childhood of being held back and being restricted and being told to shut up and not speak out against the system and all that. You gave her full freedom because you knew what it was like to be so restricted. And I think that's one of the things that has impacted you is you understand the value of giving a young girl a voice and being able to be heard and validated. So it's probably had such a massive impact on her.
Absolutely, I think that for many countries, it's probably hard to understand the entourage where I was living, even or regardless that I have been born in an intelligent entourage, let's say, of people, yeah. Because the sister of my mom, she was a professor, at school. Her husband as well. My dad too. Like all our parents, the majority, of my parents. But yeah, again, so like, as a woman, you don't have so many rights. Now it's changed, like, to 180 degrees, but as a woman, based on the traditions, like, you should yeah, follow your husband, like, you have to, yeah, to respect your husband, and yeah, to listen to everything, what, even if it's bullshit, like, you should.
Be a good wife, be a good homemaker, and all the rest of it.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Like
Go to church, worship
housewife.
God.
Exactly. Taking care. Yes. Of yeah. Old fashioned. Like yeah. Tradition. I think it was apparent in many countries around the world, not only at that time. Not only in my country of origin. But when I moved to the Netherlands, I had this sensation that I landed up from the moon on the earth. That's the difference, that I was sensing between my country of origin and the Netherlands. Because here they give you total freedom to
Mhm.
360 degrees, which is too much, in my opinion, because that gives to the people, the space to yeah to go to degradation, which is not great at all. Like somewhere, there should be a balance in between. Yeah, like here they can use drugs, for example, and it's legal. I mean, it does make sense. Yeah. um the pedophiles, like, also they want to legalize that, and in my opinion, like, it's not normal. They see, like, there are, like, some extreme uh, differences.
Yeah, to the point where people that are doing things that are harmful to themselves and others are being.
They are harmful for, especially, for the new generation, for the children, but as well for the society. At schools here, they are teaching, the children, to be a homosexual, for example. They are explaining properly the psychology, the behavior. Like, but let's mention that some children, they are born, you know with a such behavior, and you cannot blame them because no one wants to be born like that. Like, it should be, in my opinion, created a balance, especially psychologically seen, when it comes to the education of children of the new generation.
North America is very much the same way. I think the Gen Zers, and my child is a Gen Zer too at 24 years old. So my kid's just a year older than yours. I'm seeing the way that they are challenging things when it comes to the gender norms, the sexual norms, the identification norms that we grew up with. And I know that it's creating a lot of chaos. However, I'm actually applauding it because it's forcing a conversation about sexuality when we weren't talking about it in our culture or society at all. And I mean, our sexuality is just as vital and powerful as the need to eat, drink, and sleep. It is in us, and we're for some reason, pushing it under the rug and ignoring it and not discussing it. And in my house, we talk about sex the way we talk about what we had for dinner. It is not a shameful topic. And my son himself is dating a partner who's actually in transition, and so I'm getting to experience that. And so I think whatever is right for the individual, as long as what they're is doing is making them happy, and what is right for the couple or multiple people, if they're polyamorous, whatever it is, as long as everybody that is in the engagement that they've chosen to be in is consenting and knows who they are, and everybody is happy, we have absolutely no place to judge that. And I think there should be more open conversation amongst each other, helping to support an understanding of diversity and all of the different ways of expressing things. I don't necessarily agree with the labels. I don't agree with labels in general. However, they're young, they're babies. And we all rebelled when we were in our youth, all of us. And we didn't know what we were doing because the logical part of our brain wasn't functional yet. We were just making a mess, and we were challenging our parents, and we were saying, screw you, I'm doing things different. And they're doing the same thing, right? In their youth, they're rebelling. And yes, there's a bit of a mess being made. And yes, there's labels flying around. And yes, it's creating chaos. However, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of it. And I really, really hope that it creates a world that celebrates diversity and includes all different types of relationships and creates more awareness of all of the different types of relationships that there can be, and that we can celebrate everybody in whatever love they feel is right for them, provided that everybody's being loved and respected and honored.
Yeah, I am totally agree. As long as it's not harmful,
Yeah.
for us, for the society, for the new generation. Yes, of course. Like I think that there should be created a special system. In my opinion, for diversity, in genders and education, where they can feel welcome. In the Netherlands, to give an example, in the Netherlands, they have created um, natural parks for homosexualists, where they can date, when they can have a date, when they can meet as well, when they can here properly around my house, because I do live in a green area. There is a beach for homosexualists, and every single summer when we are going for a walk together with my daughter, yeah, like you can go there and I mean naked, like yeah, you can walk. It's free. I mean, no one is judging you. If you do have the feeling, that you want to do that, it's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
total freedom. So I will say, like, welcome to the freedom country of Netherlands.
That's exactly what you wanted. And it's really interesting that you went from a country that was so restrictive to a country that was so free that you were like, yeah, this is a bit too much though. Like maybe there needs to be some middle ground here. You know what I mean? And it's funny because my sister, like we were raised Mormon. So when you talk about your upbringing, even though I was raised in Canada, I resonate with it. My childhood and my upbringing was very controlled as well because I was raised Mormon. And my sister, when she left the church, she flew off the handle and was, trying all the, different drugs and all sorts of different stuff and, played around. And she even started swearing in creative ways because, you're not supposed to swear. So she was very vulgar for a while.
Wow. A real rebel.
Yeah, she really, really pushed the boundaries and just went fully in the opposite direction. And then she ended up kind of going in the middle. And now she's married to an El Salvadorian who's Catholic, which is really
Wow.
fun.
Wonderful.
I know, it's so weird, but it's really interesting because he's not like, traditionally like, 24/7 Catholic, because his family left El Salvador and came to Canada to give the family a better life. So they honor and respect the freedom of thought and culture and all of that as well. And they're a great couple. But I do respect when you feel so caged and so controlled and so restricted, finding a way of being or even a place that gives you that complete freedom to just make a mess and do whatever you want and then figure out who you are.
Exactly.
So I totally respect and understand why you ended up in the Netherlands. I do.
But I didn't plan, to move to the Netherlands, because before I immigrated to Italy, I was properly in love with Italy. It's one of my favorite countries. Therefore, so I chose intentionally to learn the language. I speak fluently, so the Italian language. And I have been living for a while, for 2 years in Italy. And then I met someone in Italy, an Italian partner. And then, like, we were dating. And after 2 years, he invited me to come to the Netherlands. And this is how happened. But it was not in my plan, like that I will immigrate to the Netherlands. Not at all. It happened by destiny.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's beautiful and it's perfect the way that it is. And Italy's a beautiful culture steeped in so much amazing history. And the family, they value family so much. I
So
really love and respect how much they honor and they take care of their elders and they respect them and the wisdom that they hold. And you don't want to piss off an Italian grandmother because she'll knock you into next Tuesday because her arms are very strong. Like you just don't piss off grandma. It's such a beautiful culture. So the fact that you that you learned the language from such a young age and had an opportunity to spend, the 2 years that you did there. I'm sure that that was incredibly enriching as well.
Yes, it left a mark, like from different point of views on the forming of my personality.
Wow.
Yes, on my mentality as well. Many things that I have learned, about the Italian culture, many collaborationships, friends that I do have till today. I have been working also directly with factories in the fashion, so in Italy when I moved in the Netherlands. And it's just, yeah, it's just amazing and very, very powerful. And guess what? Today I do have a partnership with an Italian TV channel in Italy because I do speak the language. It's
Wow.
beautiful. Yes.
That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can you share the story a little bit about your background in fashion and how that happened? Because I know you have quite the story when it comes to your entrepreneurial journey.
Yes, when I moved to the Netherlands, then I set up my first ever company in belly dancing, and I was performing in all the country, Belgium and France. Without expecting that, I was incredibly successful, and I was getting booked like 7, 8 times a week, which was and incredibly amazing and also very overwhelming because I was in a relationship, but I must say that I have been incredibly lucky and blessed because my partner is an entrepreneur and he has a very entrepreneurial mindset. Like, he was my manager. He was arranging all my appointments, all my clients, all the payments as well when I was approving that.
That's amazing.
Yes, exactly. And because his family has also an incredibly rich background. They are in the fashion industry, and they are real entrepreneurs. Like, they are operating in different areas, different fields, and therefore then I decided, after I made enough money, so I decided to open 2 shops here in the Netherlands. Then
Nice.
I said to my partner, so let's do something beautiful because we do have this possibility. And I said, like, so many people in Italy, it's easy. Like, we have been working with Blue Marine, Louis Joe. I don't know if you do know these brandings, yeah.
Yeah.
Dolce Gabbana, like, directly, because he's an Italian, yeah. Like, so we to us was very easy to
Yeah.
approach them, yeah. Because if are trying like foreign people to approach them, then it's a bit different. Like, they don't trust as much as their own culture, yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, and this made it possible and easy to create this. Well, plus my talent, of course, and the support of my partner. And I really do believe in the power of a relationship, and creating also harmony and fulfilling each other. And this was the case. So in my relationship, like, I'm a very hard worker, my partner as well, but I don't know, a bit differently.
Which is so beautiful and perfect the way that it is, because I think our partners, in the ways that they probably drive us nuts a little bit, they balance us. I think you and I are very similar in the fact that we're both very hardworking and we both are like fire. And we just want to go and do all the stuff, and we're like maximum effort. And when we get an idea in our head, we're like a freaking train. There's nothing stopping us and there's nothing getting in our way. And
Absolutely.
it's good to have a partner that's more chill and laid back, because it makes us like slow down and appreciate, beautiful moments, and appreciate stopping and resting once in a while, and all of that. So I'm incredibly grateful for my partner and how he helps to balance me. He actually made me, when I first moved into the place I'm in 2 years ago, he told me, he's like, I want you to really, really think about closing your computer at 6 p.m. every night. And because I was working until midnight every night because I was working to publish my book. And so I really heard him. And for the last 2 years, I've been doing that. I'll work until 6 o'clock and I close my computer, and I took on hobbies and things that help me to just enjoy and relax for the evening, to let my brain rest. So I totally respect what you're saying. I'm sure your partner is your perfect balancer.
Yes, we have been together for more than 10 years, I think 13 years, but unfortunately, he passed away. He
Oh,
has been diagnosed with cancer.
wow.
Till today, I cannot believe it, because the time that I have spent with him, it has been the best time of my life
Wow.
in many ways. Like, I have been married, but I divorced, and I have been living with a narcissist. And when I'm pronouncing so the term narcissist, then you can understand what does it mean. I don't want to dive deeper in.
Yeah.
And but when I met my Italian partner, like, he totally changed, transformed, my life to 360 degrees. He taught me how to truly enjoy the life. He showed me what life does mean, like,
Wow.
to 360 degree. Like, and he appreciated me so much. Really, this makes me cry, because not all the men, are capable to appreciate the woman they have.
Yeah.
Yes, and he appreciated me so much, but so much. I don't know, that he was always ready for me, no matter what I wanted, to do.
Wow. I am so sorry that you lost him. That's
Yeah, it's life. It's hard. It's not always. I am using a proverb, or as said, that we are using here in the Netherlands, that life is not always perfume and roses. Yeah.
No, it absolutely isn't. And I understand that, probably better than some people do. I've walked the most hot refining fire. I don't know what it's like to lose the love of my life, though. That's something that I haven't had to go through. So I can't even begin to imagine, the
Mhm.
loss and the pain and the grief that you've had to suffer through to be standing as strong as you are right now, doing what you're doing in life. So you deserve so much respect for that.
Thank you so much. You too, because you are also incredibly powerful. When I saw you for the first time, I thought, wow, what a powerful lady. It's so beautiful to see that. When you do have the courage to show the way you really are, despite the fact that you have been walking, through fire, through real fire, and when you feel, that you are burned out from inside. And this happened to me too, but it didn't ended up with that. Like, sometimes, like, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, from where does come from all this energy and motivation, after that I have been going through so much, but it's so much.
But
uh,
it's made you as resilient as you are today, because even though we are strong powerhouses, I identify as a dragon.
that's a
You
dragon.
identify as a lion, both very strong, powerful creatures. Um, and even still, in all of that fire that we have within us, I think it is all of the trials and tribulations that we've gone through that has allowed us to show ourselves how strong we are. Because I know for myself, when I was younger, I didn't appreciate or understand my own strength until I had things that happened to me, and I thrived through it. I got through it and I thrived through it. And then I was able to look back and go, holy crap, not only did I make it through that, but I created something new. And it builds that self-love. It builds your confidence in yourself and your ability to push through and thrive through whatever hits you. That self-belief is so incredibly powerful. And I know that that's absolutely been your story through what you've gone through. It's crazy how much of our life stories, even coming from very different cultures and different places, is so similar.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I am trying to don't touch the topic when it comes, to talk about my marriage. Do the culture, like I got married very early, but I was in love. Like, so let's mention that, which is the positive part of this story. And that my daughter has been born, with love, which is very beautiful, like is the fruit of my love. My daughter. Yes, yes, I'm mentioning this all the time because sometimes, like, she's getting sad and, like, thinking back in the time and remembering all the time, but she's also saying all the time, she said, so I'm so sorry, that Mauro passed away, because he was better than her dad. Like, he was really taking care of her, like of his own child. I don't know, he was also her inspiration, her motivation, and everything.
That's beautiful. It's
Yes,
beautiful that she got to
exactly.
have that relationship with him and be loved by him and to value.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know, like, we had a dream life. We still do have a beautiful life, but I mean, in the relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a real dream life, like, I don't know, like, we both are very, very social. Like, we do love both to be, I don't know, surrounded by people, doing something beautiful or contributing. We were always busy and always together, always, always. Even if sometimes we were fighting, of course, like every single couple. But it's a part, and of our relationship.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
yes, but very often he was asking me, where is coming all this energy from? He said, like, you have to learn to take rest. You are not an energy machine, that it's working 48 hours. Yeah. And he teached me also to take care of myself, but I don't think that I have learned it for 100%, because I am never changing. I don't know. I think this is just engraved in my mindset, like the way who I am.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like, I do have very, very beautiful memories about so my partner, and very, very beautiful marks, let's say, that he left into my life and in my child life, which is extremely important, I think, for a child, for her development, and everything what she has seen, how we were working, me also seeing performing in different countries, which helps a child, to develop a different mindset.
Yeah, he set a beautiful example of how.
Exactly, yes, exactly. He has been, yeah, a beautiful example and role model, I think, as a father figure.
Yeah. Yeah. And as to what a romantic partner should look like because of how he treated you.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah,
She's going to
absolutely.
go out and look for a man who's going to love and respect her the way he loved and respected you.
Very often I am wondering if this is gonna happen again, if I will ever met a such man, because after having a such experience in a relationship, it's very hard to go for less, to
You
accept
don't,
less.
you don't,
And I
here's,
don't want to do that, because I think that's very painful, and that I cannot accept something
don't
like.
go for less. Don't ever go for less. There are
Yeah,
so many men out there that are of the same quality of what you had, but will be different.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely, yeah.
so it's really interesting because I've been with my partner for 10 years, and we opened up our relationship. And since I want to say COVID, after COVID, we have been so open to the point where we're poly, and I have multiple partners. And each one of them treat me like a goddess. Each one of them loves and respects me. Each one of them is brilliant in their own way. And the time that we appreciate together and we get together is unique and beautiful. And it's actually shown to me how unique and how beautiful each love is with each unique person, and that there are so many people that you can have beautiful, respectful, amazing love with. And it
Absolutely.
doesn't it doesn't have to be the one. I think our culture and the world in general being as monogamous as it is as a result of Christianity forcing their monogamous ways on us 2000 years ago. Right before that, the Romans were playing around, and the Greeks were playing around, and there are cultures in Africa where they are polyamorous. They don't have a partner, one partner at all. If they want to be with somebody, they'll just be like, you're attractive, I want you, and they'll hook up. And they don't know, the women don't know who the fathers are, and the fathers don't know which children are theirs. They're just, the mothers mother all the children, and the fathers father all the children, and the children call everybody mommy and daddy, and they raise the babies as a village. It's this beautiful open world, and there's a lot of people that would look at that and go, that's messed up. And yet at the same time, I think every single male man claiming ownership over every child and guiding and stewarding them and loving them, I think is a beautiful thing. Because in Western culture, that's not a thing. The man takes care of their own. They take care of their own family, their own wife, and everybody else can go to hell, and they'll step on whoever's backs they have to take care of their babies. And I don't agree with that. I think we should be open to the idea that you can love multiple people, and that we need to see this world as a village, and that we are one human race, and that we need to love and take care of each other. So, I don't know how long it's been for you, but when your heart decides to open again, don't settle. Don't settle for any less than what you had before, but
No,
you
no, no, no.
absolutely can have what you
I
had.
cannot accept that. Absolutely.
No,
No, no, no. Because I have a
no.
such beautiful experience, a such rich experience, in many ways. I mean, like we were very, very productive together, incredibly productive. Like we have been creating so much together, because I do believe that love, it's not only, about intimacy. Of course, that's important. It's one of the important aspects in a relationship that keeps a man and woman together. But there is also the another part, of growing together, which makes a relationship so beautiful, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that so much. Tell me about your elite. I'm going to say it wrong. I need to go back and look up again.
Elite Global Leadership Club.
There, she said it beautifully. Tell me about this and how long you've been doing it for, and give us some details. Why did you start this in the first place?
Okay, let me go back in the time, or to invite you and our audience going back in the time in 2010, where I have been invited to operate in network marketing here in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, and to become a representative in network marketing of an American organization whose head office is established here.
Got it.
And I accepted that offer, so I want to see the presentation and to discover their business model, and then I jumped in. And there, so opened it up a new world to me, the business world and consultancy too, which was absolutely unknown to me at that time. Like I didn't know anything about coaching and consultancy. I was so busy in the business world together with my partner, but not in the consultancy, and especially not network marketing. And here, so I got trained in many ways, like in different fields, like management, marketing, communication, sales, promotions, conferences. Like I have learned also to organize workshops, to build up teams massively. Yeah, if you are familiar with network marketing, you know, like they teach you to become a professional in team building and recruiting, especially. Wow, like we were trained here to do professional recruiting, and also, you know, to get a professional way of communication in the respective field. And this has been, let's say, the foundation, you know, my foundation into the consultancy when I initiated to build it up and to dive deep in the essence of network marketing and consultancy. And meanwhile, so I have studied communication science, marketing science, branding and business development here in the Netherlands at the university. And in 2013, I decided to set up my first ever consultancy company.
Oh,
Yes. Meanwhile, like I was busy with so many things, it's just because the dancing company I was doing only at the weekends. Yeah.
okay.
Which was very comfortable to me because all the week then I had enough time to do many other things. That's exactly so how I did. Um, and my partners were saying all the time, Veronica, just, I don't know, just calm a bit down because you are gonna crash.
I've been told that so many times. I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was so enthusiastic, you know, and I was so hungry for information. I was willing to learn so much and everything and to see everything.
Yep. Yep. I totally get you. It's the
Ye-
fire in us. We just want,
Exactly. I was on a real
we're like,
fire,
I
you know.
will sleep when I'm dead.
Exactly.
I have too much to do.
Exactly. And my mentors, like they have discovered, you know, this fire and potential within me, and they were, you know, holding me properly in their arms. They captured me, you know, and
Yeah.
they were training and training me. And then I said to myself, okay, so now's the time for me, you know, for myself, for my career. And then I have been doing consultancy in setting up companies
Okay.
since 2013 for more than 6 years. Yeah. While so I have gained so much experience and knowledge. And then at the end of 2019, I have created Business Power Academy, which so it's an academy specialized in business coaching and personal development. In 2020, I studied NLP, neuro linguistical psychology, so reprogramming of human mind and behavior.
Yep.
And the past year in December, I have been invited on a platform, you know, as a speaker. And while I was speaking there, so then I came up to this idea, you know, to set up a platform for female leaders, which I called Feminine Leadership Summit. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a summit for female leaders where we gather together and are making impact. That happened so in December 2023. And in January, so I was just reflecting on and thinking, and in January then I thought, oh my gosh, I can create, you know, a such global organization for both genders. Yeah.
Power both.
Exactly. And then I thought, okay, so wait, there is a huge lack of leadership, you know. And then when I was analyzing all my experience from the past, networking, recruiting, you know, having so much experience in conferences, all the mentoring that I have had. And meanwhile, I got much more another coaching, from the American and Canadian coaches as well, by Harv Eker too. Like I have been trained by his trainers
Got it.
who are incredibly powerful. It's like, wow, really, yeah, yes, it's mind blowing. And then I created so Elite Global Leadership Club in January 2023, and it has been launched in April, like while I was brainstorming for a couple of months and setting up everything. I thought, oh my gosh, I can implement all my knowledge and experience into this platform, to make the life of many people much easier.
I'm going
And
to throw this up here. So if anybody wants to know more about this, the QR code is on the top left corner. All you got to do is scan it and it'll take you right to her website.
yes, thank you so much. And then I created the Elite Global Leadership Club, so specialized in targeted networking, leadership, and PR, where we are implementing so lots of public speaking. Yeah, there are different memberships available. The platform it's very powerful because you can learn many things, about business growth, how to get visibility, how to do professional networking, how to pitch yourself and your products as well. Yeah, because that's exactly what my mentors have taught me during network marketing. And plus, like I have got a lot of coaching also by my American coach Christian Michaels, and probably Christian. Yeah,
Christian Michaels. I'll have to look him up.
Michael say, yeah. He's also very aligned with his purpose and soul, and very grounded, but very powerful.
Nice.
Yeah, and many others like Jilly Benz. Like I have Jilly Ben. I have been his student for several years. Mind Valley as well, and many another platforms, and
Yeah.
coaches.
Mind Valley is a really beautiful one. And when you learn about the origins of Vishen Lakhiani and how he started, he was
Energy as well, healing, business coaching.
wow.
But Ever Coach and Mind Valley, they are cooperating together, and I have had by them also business coaching. Yeah, and like I have had so many preparations and coaching by different coaches around the world. Yeah.
I think that's the thing that's really important that sets you apart, and sets me apart from a lot of the other coaches. I sat down and spent a whole day creating social media content. When you just get inspired and you write down a bunch of stuff and you go into a time warp and you're just writing all day, but you're just like in the zone. That was yesterday. And I wrote a particular post about how to spot a scam. And there are a lot of people out there that are making big, huge promises and telling you they're going to change your life. And they've never hired a coach. They don't even really have a certification. And if they do, it's a weekend course that they took. And they've stolen a bunch of other people's teachings and they're just regurgitating it. And they're unresolved. They're sitting with a bunch of childhood trauma they've never looked at themselves. So it's so important. Everything that you're saying right now, the fact that you talk about the fact that you have spent your life being mentored, being taught, walking the path.
For years, for many years, for many years, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And being bold, moving to different countries, figuring out who you are, stepping into alignment with what is right and true to you. You've created a life in service of your soul contract, what you're meant to be doing in this life. You could have stayed where you were and not changed anything and been squashed, had your soul squashed by that country and everything, but you didn't. So your origin story, and that's why it's so important to me, to dive back into your childhood, to dive back into your life, and everything that you've shared with us about your life and how you came out of it and how you fought through and came to a place where you could be free and open and walk through the relationships and the loss and divorce and death and everything that you've been through is so beautiful, because it puts you in a place where everybody that you mentor, that you guide, that you teach, when they talk to you about their pain, you can relate, but not just relate from a place where, yeah, I still hurt too. You relate from a place of being on the other side going, I was in the pain and I stepped out of it and I created a life for myself, and you can do the same. That is an ethical, real coach that is going to get you somewhere in life. I want you guys to see this and be aware. She's just shown you what a real ethical coach looks like. The scam artists do not walk the healing path. They do not change their lives. They are not showing you things that are real. They'll probably show you a big house and a sports car and say, you can be rich like me. That's not true evolution and expansion. Stepping into alignment with who you are and learning to love yourself and showing yourself resiliency and creating a beautiful, unconditionally loving relationship with yourself. That is growth. That is expansion. That is an ethical coach. So thank you for showing and being the example of a real leader.
Thank you so much. You too. I really appreciate, and I feel very honored to be here and to make so a difference in the world and to contribute as well to your life transformation. And I also do believe, that without feeling pain, a coach cannot be a coach, because if they do feel comfortable, they don't have the ability to understand you, to be in your shoes, to feel your pain, to embrace you as a human. Not only paying money, investing money in their program, and afterwards they are saying, oh bye, so like here it's pre-recorded, like you can go through and that's it. No, I am not the type of person. I am a very, very passionate and dedicated person. I truly care for the results, of the people that are working with me together. One of the investors that I am collaborating with from United Kingdom a few days ago mentioned it and said, if you want to feel comfortable and to experience transformation, like in many ways, it might be also personal, professional, or financial. If you want to feel comfortable, that's never going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah. But he has 47 years of experience in the entrepreneurship.
Nice.
Yes. And I'm saying also all the time, like without feeling pain, you're not going to transform. Why? Because this is the tendency of all the humans. We have to go through fire to feel the pain in order to be pushed to learn more and to change our attitude, behavior, beliefs as well, and many other things.
I think the defining factor, because there's everybody that I've ever met in my whole entire life has experienced pain. Everybody. I've never talked to somebody that hasn't experienced some sort of pain. The difference between the people who thrive and the people who survive, because everyone who's alive right now walking on the face of this planet is a survivor. You survived your pain. Congratulations. Good for you. Are you thriving though? And it's the people who actually go into the darkness and turn on the light and illuminate it and learn the lessons from the fire. Forgive the people who burnt them in the first place and let themselves expand into something new as a result of that refining fire are the people that deserve the respect. The people who are in alignment with our divine design, with why we're here in this life in the first place. Most of the people walking the face of this planet are sitting in pain and doing nothing about it. They are bathing in the refining fire. They have taken the torch from the people that hurt them and they're lighting their own ass on fire. And they're spewing flames, hurting everybody around them because they don't want to own the fact that they're holding a torch to their own ass. Hey guys, take the torch off your ass. Take it off. Realize that the people that were hurting you are long gone, and it's time to take the torch off your ass and dive into the pain, because that is where the healing and the expansion is. We are where we are in life because we did the internal work. We spent time with ourselves. We invested in ourselves. We dismantled the matrix we were born in. We knew it was dysfunctional and we tore it apart and created a reality that made our souls sing. And you can do exactly the same. You can be that powerhouse. You can be that healed, expanded person, creating a life that supports you giving back in the way that I know in your soul you want to. So it's really important for you to scan that QR code and listen to what she's saying and look at what she has to present. I'm not just bringing this woman to this arena so you can listen to what she says and go, that's cool, next, what do you want to drink? Take this seriously. This world needs healing. This world needs to heal, and that is going to happen by you saying yes to you and you investing in yourself, because there is only one person you can change, and that's you. If you think this world is dysfunctional and you're spending all of your time complaining about how the world's going to hell in a handbasket, guess what? Sitting and complaining is not going to solve anything. Clicking the QR code and getting to work on yourself is what's going to change the world, because you will become a lighthouse like the two of us are. And you will call others to want to do the work and expand by being the example of the work. Inspire others. So girl, you are amazing what you're doing. The life that you've walked, the path that you've walked.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You too. You are very wonderful and powerful, just making a huge difference in the world, empowering. So, and me, by the way. And thank you for creating this beautiful platform where we can make more impact, where we can make a massive difference, empowering as well, and in motivating so another people around the world. I do believe that there are many people who are desperating. You know, they are in desperation, frustration, that they feel lost. Maybe they have lost the way, you know, to how to survive or how to surface because of the pain, because of many difficult circumstances or even trials. Guys, what I want to mention, this is life, and what you have to understand that this is a part of the transformational process, and the way how does contribute life to your personality, the forming of your personality. Because I also do believe that we are prepared for something much bigger. Therefore, to us are given so the trials. Therefore, we have to go through fire, because if we are not going through fire, then we will not be able to lead you, to transform your life. Thank you for your attention. And so, like we have mentioned it, you are the person who can make also a difference. You are also the person who can heal the world. But without taking action, you cannot heal. Remember that. Only you can heal the world just helping yourself. Because if you're not going to do that, no one is going to do that.
She speaks universal truth, you guys. This is the world that we are in. This is the matrix. We are meant to hurt, to learn, to forgive, to heal, to expand, to step into a greater self. And there is not a person that I've met in this world that doesn't have a deep desire to help in some way, to do something beautiful, to contribute to the world. I met a guy, he went through my program back in like 2017, and he was a painter. He was a salesman for a painting company. And when he let his dream come out and play, he wanted to work with youth, with young men who were getting into trouble, and he wanted to teach them survival skills, take them into the forest and teach them how to take care of themselves, and take them and give them extracurricular things to do, teach them how to play and have fun and enjoy life, and teach them skills that would help them thrive in life. It is not even beginning to be in alignment with what he does for work, right? Each one of us might be doing something Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, but it's not what your soul is crying to do. And you can work with somebody like us that will lead you and guide you and help you bring that soul's desire into reality, so that you are doing the thing that is giving back to the world and making your soul sing. But the way that it starts is in you saying yes to you, investing in you and healing you first. Then from that place of expansion, you can give back to others and invest in yourself in a way that we have. We are unstoppable because we've invested in ourselves and loved ourselves and given ourselves the nurturing and love and care and validation that we needed to become the powerhouses that we are. This doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't. So if anybody's trying to sell you some kind of a quick fix that you're going to get fixed in like a month or 3 months or 6 months, I'm sad to say it, guys, but it doesn't happen that fast. The personal work, the expansion journey, you start now, the day you say yes, and you're on that path for the rest of your life. And it is a beautiful journey, because you've got two choices. You can stay in pain and misery for the rest of your life if you do nothing, or you can step up and say yes to you and expand and create a beautiful life and leave a legacy behind you, just like the beautiful, beautiful man that was in Veronica's life and exited. Listen to what he left, that imprint, the memories. You can leave a beautiful, loving, powerful imprint on all of the people that you affect, or you can burn a bunch of people alive from your refining fire because you never left it. Your choice.
My trainer by Harv Eker, so Arnold said the following, like, look at me, like, I am happy, I am courageous, I am training you, I am giving to you all the tools, I am offering to you an opportunity to change your life, I am ready to teach you to how to change your life.
Yeah.
But if you are gonna stay there without taking action, I cannot change it because it's your decision. Like, I have posted also on my Facebook timeline, it's something very funny, but it's very, very practical, like, and I'm using this very often. I am saying to the people, like, move, take action, because you are not a tree. You can walk, you can move.
That is so incredibly powerful, because you're right. I think a lot of people act like trees and they dig their roots in the ground and they do not want to move, right?
Yeah, it has to do a lot to look like. So I'm a real expert in human mind and behavior. Like, I can see through. If I am looking at you, I can see through. I can feel your energetical vibrations. I can see how do you breathe.
Yeah.
I can see all your frustrations, everything what you have been going through, just asking you a few questions, and I can unleash everything. Yeah, even those things that you don't like, maybe, to bring to the table. But they are necessary to unleash in order so that you can make more space for growth, for transformation.
Yeah.
And what you have to understand, that the pain and the frustration that we very often are dealing with, it's created by the quality of your mind, not by anything else. So I will repeat it again. The pain and frustrations that you are dealing with, they are created by the quality of your mind. If you are facing problems, in your relationship or in your life in general, in different areas of your life, you have to realize that this is only your responsibility. Like you have to be very grounded to understand your actions, the way you think, and to change everything what is needed to change, what requires from you to change.
Yeah,
And I love my mentor Arnold by Harv Eker. Harv Eker has been born in Canada, and he has one of the most powerful coaching global organizations. It's one of the best in all over the world. Like they are providing trainings around the world every single week. His trainers are everywhere, like in a country somewhere.
nice.
Yes, and the general director of my global organization, she organizes so half acres events around the world.
That's
So
amazing.
yes, like we have recently also signed a contract, and so we are gonna work together, organizing physical events around the world. Like how powerful is that? I mean, therefore I'm using, all the time this proverb, like you can move as long, as you live. Learn to be productive, to produce, like you are born to produce. And there is a huge difference between consuming and producing. If you are only consuming and you are expecting that your life is going to change, that's never going to happen. Because if you don't exchange energy, if you don't contribute to something which is useful to the society, to the humanity, there is a blockage, energetical blockage within you, because the energy has to flow, energetically seen, constantly, regularly. There should be an exchangement. And if you are experiencing a such blockage, you have to remove it. I have also created a healing community, which is called Creative Healing. If you are interested, and if you have decided yet to work at your healing, so you are more than welcome to join my community. And as well the community of my global organization, Elite Global Leadership Club, where you will discover tons of values, so about the mentioned niches that I am serving.
Um, Later, I will create a post everywhere that this video is being shared, because it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's all over the place. We're being broadcast on many platforms at the same time. So I'll make sure that we get the links for everything. So if you guys are interested in looking at her healing community, you can absolutely click the link and check that out. And for any of you guys that are watching this after the fact, don't forget to click that QR code and check this out. And I want to thank you so much for you taking the time to share your story and being open and transparent about the struggles and the trials and everything that you've been through, because it's so important for people to understand that anyone who is standing as a powerhouse where they are where they're at because of what they've been through, and they've come out, and they're not just a survivor, but a thriver. So you're an absolutely beautiful example. And be aware, guys, that this baby that she's created, it's so new. So there's a lot to come. So it's a beautiful opportunity to get in on the ground floor as it's being developed, and you can take advantage of the things that are up and coming with this beautiful club as it's being developed. There's relationships being made and opportunities that are going to be, dropping down the pipeline. So scan that code and check and see what she's up to, because I think you want to pay attention to this one.
I think so. I think so. There is a lot to discover. So there are many collaborationships around the world, with mentors, coaches, public speakers. So I do have a global team as well. Everything is super transparent. Like if you will visit the website, you can see all the video messages, of the clients, collaborationships, partners as well, that I am collaborating together around the world.
That's beautiful. It's so exciting. I wish you all of the luck, and Don't forget to scan that QR code, guys. And I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this. I know it's not a Netflix show, but guess what? The content we're creating is way more powerful. There isn't a Netflix show that's going to change your life the way that this will. So we appreciate your time. We love each and every one of you, and we wish you so much healing on your expansion journey.
So before we are closing, I would love to send you lots of love, positivity, yeah, and stay always tuned. Believe in yourself, because that's the most powerful tool that you will ever need in your life. And thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you too. Bye bye.